when we asked Vlad about Namari's shot, he wanted to talk about all the things Namari does every day and how consistent he is, I guess, given that he's that guy for you guys. How happy are you for him? And obviously, just how big was that shot for this season?
I'm extremely happy for Namari. He deserves to make that play. Give Danny credit for finding him. They were in a zone, and Namari was the outlet on the weak side, and Danny found him. And his day-to-day work, preparation, consistency is in my opinion, the reason you make shots like that. So we needed it, and for him to play like that down the stretch was impressive because he's been battling illness like half of college basketball right now. But I thought his power, his determination, he simplified his game. He was shot faking and driving. So overall, I just thought Namari played a really, really sound basketball game. I thought he was aggressive on the defensive glass as well.
Tony?
Yeah, Dusty. I think you like use the phrase or the word resulting, and this is definitely one that you can result with all day long when it goes right. But I imagine the vibe probably would have been different had Namari not saved the day. So how do you balance both things? I mean, the season is more than alive and well, but that probably wasn't how you wanted it to look.
Yeah, I'm very cautious not to rain on the parade. There has to be an element of we're excited because we found a way to win. After 40 minutes, the scoreboard said one way. The flip side is we've got to find the right buttons to push to play better. We're missing shots around the rim. Those are consistently turning into 5-point swings, and we're getting we're getting some very fortuitous bounces late. But throughout the game, I feel like we're a little bit snake bitten. I think we've given up at least one or two bank threes in the first half, and those plays get a team confidence. They see it go through the hole, and so it's just been really, really odd that we've had all of that misfortune happen, and then be so, I guess, I don't say just a little bit of luck down the stretch with guys missing free throws and us getting whatever the case. And so, at the end, it usually just balances out. But I know our guys have a very, very strong belief in each other. And they, after the season we've had, the experience of being in so many of these games, I think they just feel like we're going to find a way. We don't know what it's going to look like. This thing's been like a long day at the dentist, but we're gonna figure out a way to get out of this dental chair and win this game. So I thought we got great leadership in our huddles out of timeouts. I thought our guys took ownership of the moment, of our effort, and I thought we played extremely hard in the second half, and our offense didn't hurt our defense near as much as it did in the first half.
What was your reaction immediately after the shot went in? I kind of feel like I saw you. It didn't seem like you were celebrating exactly, but
I told Coach Pico that his team didn't deserve to lose that game. I thought they played really, really well. I thought their game plan was sound, and then even going zone in that last play, and that's the risk of calling that timeout. That you don't know if they're going to be in a 1-3-1 or 2-3 or a man, so you have to have contingency plans. And so at the end of it, we wanted to put it in Danny's hands in the middle of the floor. Vlad go for a backstream duck in. They disrupted the initial timing, so we actually had two guys flash in the same spot. Fortunately, Namari held space as the outlet on the weak side, and Danny found him.
All the way on your left.
Yeah, Rutgers had a complete offensive rampage in the first half, and you guys did a great job containing the second half. I'm wondering, what was the discussion at halftime? What adjustments did you guys make?
We really didn't make any schematic adjustments. We stayed in the same coverage. We stayed. I think everyone in that locker room, staff, players, everyone associated, support staff, felt like we needed to improve on our intensity, our effort, our care, our want to. And after the first 4 or 5 minutes of the second half, I don't think we were as energized as we needed to be. And then with about 15 minutes left, I think we saw a glimmer of hope. But I also want to give our crowd a lot of credit for the energy they brought whenever we were performing the way we were. I thought they gave us a jolt. We just didn't look like ourselves, and I think tonight, probably more than any point this season, I thought our crowd lifted us. Purdue, it was a little bit louder. There were more people here, but I thought tonight, when we needed a kick in the butt, I thought our crowd's energy gave us that and a jolt of energy, and then our guys took it from there.
You've now been on the positive and the negative sides of a buzzer beater. Just can you break down the difference in emotions in between each moments?
It's not much difference for me. It's do you deserve to win, or do you, what do you need to do better? Obviously, the half quarters are tough because, those are, I think a half court shot there's a lot more luck in that one moment than a Namari Burnett stationary quick swing three, a shot that he makes 40 to 50% of the time, and he was wide open. So it didn't feel the same. Just fortunate to get out of there with a win after the way we played for 25 minutes. But also this time of year, it's tough, and our guys responded. I think it could have been easy for our guys to say it's just not going well tonight. We're missing front ends, we're missing dunks, we're dropping the ball, all these things. We could have easily just thrown in the towel and said, you know what, tonight just wasn't our night, and we didn't do that. They fought with more purpose and more aggression. So very, very proud of our guys.
Vlad obviously led the way offensively, but defensively he had those 2 key blocks late in the second half. What did you like from him on the defensive end?
To be honest, the first half I looked at a stat line and couldn't believe how effective he was as far as a statistical standpoint, and I didn't think he impacted the game in the first half that much. I thought in the second half, especially the last 15 minutes, I thought he impacted every single possession. For him, I thought his ball screen coverage was excellent. And not to go back to film, I thought his activity around the rim, his 50-50 rebounds, I thought he got almost all of them. I thought one maybe there's a bad bounce or maybe even a questionable decision by an official. But I thought he played with no other agenda than to find a way to win this game, and I thought he was dominant in the paint from a defensive standpoint.
Dusty, it's been a while since we've seen Ruben Jones and Sam Walters. Any update on what you might expect for that?
Hopefully sooner than later. I'm not sure about Sam. Ruben is battling. He's battling illness, and it's we need him back, but it's that time of year. It's going to make us a stronger. It's going to make us a stronger team in later in the season in March when the tournament, because LJ's getting these minutes while Cheddar's getting extended playing time. So we just no. I don't have any updates now. Hopefully sooner than later on both of them.
Take a couple more. We'll go Tony and Eli, and then Charles. Sorry, 3 more.
Yeah. Dusty, you say the month March, the next time you guys play a game, it will be that. I guess, could you give us a vibe check on where you are as you turn to
Where I am personally?
with your team, but also your life?
It's the vibe check is our guys. We've tried to stop talking about the end result of competing for a championship. That we need to focus on our championship habits, our rest, our recovery, being excited to still come in the gym after a long season, and we've been through a lot, like a lot of teams. So I'm very happy with our vibes. I was surprised that we didn't have more defensive energy in the first half, but I do think the circumstances contributed to that with the missed dunks and the bank threes and the whatnot. So, we've got to play better if we're gonna finish this thing the right way. But once again, we're in position, and you turn in the television every night. Maryland loses on a last-second buzzer beater last night. They're one of the best teams in the country. We have Illinois coming in. We have a very, very tough road ahead of us, and so it's going to take great stamina for us to finish this the way we need to.
Charles.
Yeah, can you walk us through your perspective in that final 30, 35 seconds? Trey had the go-ahead layup, then he fouls on the other end, and then it seemed like you were going to let him play, and then you end up calling timeout with 3.6 to go. What went into that decision?
Which one?
When you came down before Namari's game winner?
Before Namari's game winner, it was if you call a timeout, are they going to be in? It's very difficult to draw up a play, 3 plays, and come out of a timeout. 5 players running 3 plays, so we know there's 3 different defenses they could potentially come out of a timeout. I didn't really want to. I just felt like it was going what we wanted to do and what we trained to do in practice. They defended well, and we didn't have an advantage, so we needed to get organized. It wasn't anything more than that. Just make sure we've got guys in rebounding position, make sure with our spacing's right. But as we came out of the first one, we didn't know what defense they were in. As we came out of the second, we didn't know what defense what they were in. So credit them for being unpredictable, and credit our guys for making a play.
Eli, you want to close this out?
Yeah, just wanted to ask a little bit about Will and the kind of new role he's found himself in. Sometimes playing alongside Danny and Vlad. Can you just talk about what he's given you offensively, defensively, and as from a leadership perspective? Just another update on him a little bit.
Well, from a leadership standpoint, there's no one in our program that models the right behavior more than him. There's some that are on par, but his leadership is it's energy, it's preparation, it's focus, and he's such a great teammate. It's never about him. He never complains when he has 15 points in 18 minutes. He just, whatever the team needs to win. And he was battling an illness tonight, too. He wasn't himself. Offensively, he was very, very good. Defensively, the second half, I thought he held his own, but he didn't have great energy. I mean, he looked like he had a virus or whatever it is. But, man, offensively, he finds the right spots. His ability to shoot the basketball just helps Vlad and those guys in the paint so much. And he's providing a number of different things for our team, but most importantly, just his consistency and his energy.